Hey there! So today we have another review, and this is a beer from Ellipsis. This is Fruit Punch Project. So this is a pretty interesting beer. So this was actually released about a month ago, right when all the bars and restaurants started closing. So thankfully we actually canned and did a release right when I was out of work. And so I was actually there for the can release, and people were very generous with, picking up cans, tipping really well. So that's really, really awesome. And it's actually been quite a while since we released this beer, but this is like a cult favorite of our brewery. One of the top rated beers that we've ever done, and arguably probably one of the top rated breweries in all of Orlando area, just because, people love this beer. We're one of the higher rated breweries one of the top rated breweries in the area, and people just love this beer. They just love it, love it, love it, love it. So this is a Berliner with marshmallows and I guess a fruit punch flavors. Beer does not look like beer. It looks like a bright Kool-Aid. I don't remember the last time I had Kool-Aid. So it's just that bright neon red thing. You guys have had candies or whatever that sort of like imitate, like a Mike and Ike, like those are just bright red flavors. It does, looks crazy. It looks like a Jello shot. There you go. That's what it looks like. It smells like a Jello shot. It's just fruit punch for days. It has a little bit of that pineapple-y thing. It's like some combination. I mean, I don't drink these things enough, so it's some combination of like Hawaiian punch and fruit punch. Cheers. That's candy for days. The base beer is actually decently tart, but there's so much sugar in this beer that they've really back sweetened it. So it really just, again, it has that just straight up, it's one or the other. Hawaiian punch, Kool-Aid, something like that. Jello, red Jello. I don't even know what flavor that is, just red. It just tastes like red, if that makes any sense to you guys. It's decently sweet. That marshmallowy thing, I guess, is that vanilla kind of like candy note in there. Decently sweet, but the acidity of the base beer comes in, and it has a little bit of that weeded kind of quality on the back end. Somewhat dry, but there's a little bit of residual sweetness riding on the back end. Again, if you guys like those kind of candy sours, this is definitely dessert, candy, pastry sour, whatever you want to call it. This is right up your alley. I wouldn't really call this Florida Ice because that really relies more on like fresh, bright fruit flavors. This is more in that kind of like confectionery kind of town, and I think a lot of breweries are doing that, and this is a very good example of that. I've done a review of it before. I've very much said it's not right, not exactly up my alley, but it's just really fun to be in a new market and really see that there are specific beers that sort of just like randomly attached to your market. And as a brewery, as a brewer, you can never really figure out what that is, and sometimes you just hit the gold, and people love the specific beer they make, and all of a sudden, wow, okay, that's the beer that we're gonna have to produce. That's the beer that we're really known for. And here we have right here. There's another local brewery. I think they're one of their flagships or slash bestsellers is literally a coffee blonde sour. Like, makes no sense, but I thought it was a pretty tasty beer, but it just made no sense to me that people would attach onto it. But I guess certain markets are different. You find your certain niche, and people love that beer, and congrats to you, right? So this for me, it's crushable, but just so sweet. I actually don't think it's that sweet because the acidity on the back end really nicely balances it out. I really could imagine a brewery doing a way too sweet version of this. I did a whole rant about this beer before, but pretty good actually. Let's go with an 85. 85. There you go. Fruit Punch Project from Ellipsis. Please check out the brewery. We're doing a can release real soon. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.